Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back. If you've been here before, my name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why? The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be yourself. Not feeling like you need to emulate someone else or act in a way that you normally don't act. Not trying to be someone that you're not. Just owning who you are and just being like, here I am. What's up? What's happening? How you doing? The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards, because as we're watching beauty related content, we hear a lot of this is what you need to wear, this is how you need to do it, this is the brand that you need to use, this is the brush that you need to buy. And I'm here to tell you, try all the things if you want to, but find a way that works for you. And don't feel like there's anything wrong with you if what you're hearing you need to do does not work for you, or if you do it and you don't like it. Wear what you want to, apply it how you want to, using whatever tools you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features and enhancing them if we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That's the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation. Crazy, accept myself? Absolutely. Troll, if I don't do what they say and they want to say I'm a troll or my makeup is busted, I will be a troll because I love how I look with and without makeup. And I want all of you to really lean into that as well. Just loving who you are and how you look, even in your natural skin. There's two things I need to let you know if you're new here. I do curse sometimes in videos because I curse sometimes, period. And there's an organism that lives in my throat. I don't know where it came from, but it randomly wants to hiccup, gurgle, and belch in videos. I do always say excuse me, whether I think you heard it or not. And so I hope the intro resonates with you, and you know those two little tidbits about me already. And so we're going to get into this video. I see a lot of videos about how to grow a channel from 0 to 1,000, because it seems that the idea is monetization. When you're monetized, that doesn't mean you're going to be rich overnight. It doesn't mean you're going to be wealthy overnight. It doesn't. But it seems to be this is what you need to do to grow your channel. And what I have come to realize looking at, and I do like Nick Nimmin. I do like his channel. Other channels I used to watch, there's this one guy I watch, and I don't remember what his name is, but he's really straightforward, to the point, and it's not always how to grow, what to do, but he shares some of his experience and his feelings about his channel and how he's grown and where he is, and if his channel stagnates. And so I like the genuineness of his videos. It's not all hype. It's not all just this is what you need to do. Oh, and by the way, there's a link for this app that I'm telling you about, or I'm gonna tell you this now, but if you want more, you have to watch these other videos. And so you end up, or could end up, going in a rabbit trail. But I've learned very quickly, you're not going to get me to keep watching 3, 4 videos when for this title you said this is what you're going to tell me, but then you talk for 20 minutes and you didn't tell me what you said you were going to tell me. So then I'm kind of like, I'm not playing that game. But what I find is, and I've talked to, a few other people about it, or chatted with a few other people about it, and they agree with me. It seems like most of those channels are not geared towards beauty related content. I have not really seen any dedicated videos from any of the how to grow your channel people, who their channels are large, by the way, like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, which is amazing for them, which is great for them, but that's not makeup related. I have not seen not one video from any of them about how to grow and continue to grow a makeup related or beauty related or even skincare related video. And so I just wanted to come, and I'm not saying I'm an expert about it. I'm not. I'm a troll. I'm not an expert. My education, I have a doctorate in psychology. That is not about makeup. So I'm not saying this is what it is, but this is what I've seen. Number one, as I said, there isn't anything directly towards, beauty related content. It seems geared towards, that was so ignorant. I could have edited that out, but we own who we are here, and my nose was itching, and I did my knuckle. I didn't stick my finger in there. So anyway, just trying to lighten the mood a little bit, but I really did have an itch right there. So thinking of, what is it we need to, this is what I was saying. it seems like they're geared towards podcasts, or if you do vlogs, or whatever it is, because it's like, find your niche, find something new. How new is makeup? You know what I mean? If you do sports commentary for your channel, there's always different sports, there's different games, you can do reactions, you can give your opinions, you can give your thoughts, you can do comparisons on how this team did against that team last year versus this year. So it's always something new and popping that you can talk about, and people will be like, oh yeah, you're right, or they can be like, nah, that's garbage. But with makeup is makeup, and these days, the more makeup that comes out, the more it all starts to look the same, or it starts to look like something we already have. And so find your niche. Okay, it's makeup. That's my overall channel, makeup and skincare thrown in here and there. My niche is, I love to do tutorials, which are not popular, and I'm hoping they will become popular again, but they're not. And so you're hearing how I grew my channel. And some people, they have grown more than one channel because they monetize and that channel continues to grow. So then they'll start another channel. Some of them that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, they might have 2 or 3 channels because they just start over with something new and they do the same thing. And then they're living off of YouTube. Beauty-related content, how can you do that? Unless I just veer off and then I become a luxury channel, which, I have Pat, I have Natasha, House Labs, if that's considered luxury, and I do consider that luxury. But then I also have quite a bit of indie. I have, Notoriously Morbid, Selling Cosmetics, Lethal Cosmetics, stuff like that, MAC Cosmetics, which is not indie, I don't think. So like, where am I going to branch off with that? You know what I mean? And I tend to stick with brands I know, because if you've been here before, I have sensitive skin and I loathe sometimes even wanting to try something new. So it's like, where do you go with that? If you have a certain thing that you enjoy doing, I love doing tutorials because I love to, not so much as teach, but just to share what works for me and why, with the hopes of maybe it might work for you too. And to hope to show you something different with eye looks. This is a basic eye look up top, but then I have the blue and green under here. And, I did something different with the lips. So just wanting to show something different than the typical YouTube monochromatic eye look, you know what I mean? And so if that's my niche and I'm listening to these other channels, what they're saying is not necessarily going to work. Okay, we know about, thumbnails. I'm going to just say it. This little, to me, it looked like they're about to suck a dick. I said it. I said it. I don't want to see, like, I don't know. No, I just... But it was a time when that was the thing. And so you saw all these thumbnails with the same type of look, and even now to this day. And that trend started like years and years ago, and I hated it then and I hate it now. But when one thing catches on, hordes of people do the same thing. And so we're back to seeing the same types of thumbnails, the same types of looks. We hear the same types of reviews. There are some people who are out the box and they will tell you what's good and what's not so good about whatever product they're using, whereas some people, they love everything they try. Everything is the best thing ever. Everything is like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And no, I don't trust those people, because there's no way you can love every single thing. Like, that's just not, that's not the world I live in, where everything is perfect all the time. And so I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to watch your reviews anymore because I don't trust you. If you came here and every time I talked about a makeup product and I'm like, oh wow, this is the best, I love it, and then the next day another palette, oh my gosh, this is the best, I love it, how long would it take for you to be like, nah? Because everything ain't perfect. Everything doesn't work for everybody. So when someone loves everything, that's a little suspicious, but that's not what we're talking about. So, but it seems, those types of channels are not geared towards makeup related content. And so you may be wondering, well, how do I grow fast on YouTube wanting to just do makeup? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how you can grow. And I'm also going to tell you what my reality of analyzing the situation is. And if you've been here, I think different than some people. take it for what it's worth. I'm a troll. I'm different, and I know I'm different. My whole life I've been different. If you want to grow, if you want to do beauty related content, you want to grow, this is what you need to do. You need to stay up on all the new releases, or as much as possible, which means you need to have enough money to do so without running up your credit cards, because when you're starting out on YouTube, and even years and years after, even after sometimes you become monetized, if you do, you're still not breaking even. So if you're buying, a lot of new releases, and because you want to be the first to get something, early access, you're ordering it, it's available. Today is June 28th. Something's available June 28th. You go out to the store and you go buy it, then you come in and you do a video. The concept is, if you're one of the first to do a video about a new hot product, you'll get a lot of reviews, because people who didn't get it right away, they're going to be looking on YouTube to see what people are saying about it. That doesn't always work. Maybe it's a brand thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, because I've received some of the PR I received. Usually I do receive PR before the product launches, which gives me time, to use the palette, plan out a swatch party and all of that, and I still will get maybe less than 50 views. But then someone else's channel, and we may have around the same amount of subscribers, they'll do their first impression video of that same palette, and they might have like 400 views. And I understand there's an audience difference between different content creators, and so I'm saying that to say, even if you're one of the first to get a product, that doesn't mean that video is going to blow up. That doesn't mean that. And people, we have our favorites, and some people, they watch content creators who look like them, who sound like them. And then there's some like me. I watch people my complexion, lighter than me, Caucasian, brown skin, deep dark skin. If I like their personality, I'm going to watch the video. If I trust what they say, as much as we can, not knowing a person in person, I will watch their content if I find them enjoyable and refreshing and informational and educational. And so staying up on new content is one way you can grow faster. Videos that are popular, and again, it depends on your audience, because some channels get a lot of views, and then some, meaning maybe like 400 or 500 views, and some may only get like 50 or 60 views. I just lost my train of thought. Can't believe that. What was I going to say? Oh my gosh. Oh, the videos, the new releases before they come out, like pass or purchase, will I buy it? Am I going to buy it? Those types of videos. Some get hundreds and hundreds of views, and some barely crack 100. So now we're back to, okay, you're one of the first to get this, but that doesn't mean that video is going to do exceptionally well. And exceptionally well is according to your expectations, by how your channel seems to be functioning. But so even that doesn't guarantee that. But those are popular videos, a lot of purchase or pass, will I buy it, talking about the new releases, and then buying the new releases if you can afford to keep up with it. Because if you're still working a day job, you only have so much money to work with. And that's where credit cards come in. But then you're going into debt because you're wanting your channel to grow, but then it's growing, but you're still coming out of pocket and you're not making a profit. So what's going on here? And so I'm hoping this is helping you to think about what you're seeing and what you're hearing. And if you're considering doing YouTube and doing makeup related content, I hope that this helps you just to have a clear idea of what your purpose is for being here. And so that leads me into, I do have notes as always to help me somewhat keep on track, but I already kind of got off track a little bit. I want to just tell you, first of all, beauty related content on YouTube is a long game. You're not going to start today or last year unless something just goes viral. But then even if a video goes viral, that's that one video. That doesn't mean everyone who watched that video is going to watch all your other videos. And I've seen videos of people that says, what happens after your video goes viral? And the one guy talked about, the one guy whose name I couldn't remember, I believe he's of Asian descent. And he was like, I had a video go viral, and he said, I wish that it didn't, because it because it went viral, but then his channel dropped again. So you may have that spike, and then you're right back where you were. So do you really want to go viral? Like, because every video is not going to be a viral video. But so beauty related content here on YouTube, it's a long game. Even if you have a lot of views on one particular video, how many subscribers did you get from that? And even if you earn some subscribers, are they going to watch your other videos? And so we talk, for monetization, you need both subscribers, a certain number of subscribers, and a certain number of watch hours. You can have the watch hours you need, but well below the number of subscribers you need. Everyone that watches our videos do not subscribe. And everyone that subscribes do not watch all of our videos. And regarding watch time, a lot of people skip through videos. And so they're not watching the entire 20 minutes. For me, the entire 50 minutes. And so all of that plays a factor into your watch time. And so for me, I find that I'm on the fence with shorts. I don't like shorts. I don't, because I prefer doing long form content, but I continue to post shorts because I do gain subscribers here and there from shorts, but it doesn't always translate into them watching my long form content. But there seems to be an equal number of, because analytics will tell you all of this, there seems to be an equal number of those who watch only shorts and those who watch only videos and those who watch both. So there's like 3 different categories. And for me, it might be like 30% watches both my shorts and my long form. And it's 30% that watches only shorts. And then there's 30% who only watches long form. Did I say that backwards? 30% watch both, 30% watches shorts, and 30% only watches long form. So there's not always that crossover. And even with long form, because most people, I feel, skip through the videos, that still affects watch time. And so analytics will tell you per video what's the average duration. So if the video is like 50 minutes, among all who clicked on it, the average duration may be 15 minutes. And I'm like, well, damn, the video was 50, but the average time averaged out between everyone who clicked on it was only 15 minutes. And so that's something to consider. Your views may be high, but your watch time still may be low. And as I said, everyone who watches is not going to subscribe. And so that's why you'll hear a lot. I think I hear a lot, and I say a lot myself. If you're enjoying the video, you've been here before, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, all of that stuff. Because a lot of people, and analytics will show you how many new viewers viewed a video and how many returning viewers viewed a video. So analytics will tell you a lot of information. It is a rabbit hole, because trying to make sense of it, I can only look at analytics maybe less than 5 minutes at a time, because it is so much information. And so, I'll look at this one thing and just dig into that for 5 minutes and then just close out. Another day I'll look at something different, dig into that. But just trying to sit and dig into all of it at the same time, for me and my brain, is just too much. But there's a lot to learn from it, and it can help you figure out like what else it is you want to do or what you want to change. And so we know about thumbnails, have something that's going to grab people's attention. But the thing with that for me is I'm simple. You've seen my thumbnails. I'm simple. But some channels will say, have, a light background, have like a lot of stuff in the background, and just have your face big in the middle, and, have your title, or have something that'll be like, people will be like, ooh, borderline clickbait type stuff. And have a title that's going to evoke emotion, because then people will be like, oh my gosh, I need to know that. I didn't know I needed to know that. I need to click and learn that. And so it's, different things that we learn, but then everything doesn't always fit my personality. So I don't want to have a busy thumbnail with a bunch of stuff, because I'm a simple person. And so there's things that you should do this or do that. And I'm like, but that's not my personality. But if you want to grow quicker, you will do more of all the things, because you want to grow quicker. You'll do the new releases. You'll do early access. You'll do purchase or pass. Will I buy it? You'll talk about your palettes, ranking videos. They usually get, somewhat okay views. People love ranking videos. They love collection videos. But how many times can you do your makeup collection videos? Even if you break it down per brand, which I am going to do that one day. But how many times can you do the same thing? How many times can I talk about my brush collection video, which I do have a series of that coming up. I break it down by brands, but not because of that though, but just because I have a lot of freaking brushes. And I do know some of you are curious about different types of brushes and things, but if it's in my heart to do, that's what I do, not because I'm chasing views, which is what I call just doing certain things that's outside of your character because you want more views, which doesn't always translate to more subscribers. And so then we're back to, what is it that we're doing here? So I want you to understand that beauty related content on YouTube is the long game. Your people will find you. It's going to take a while. And with new releases, if you get a new release item early access, people will flock to that video, but that doesn't mean they're going to watch your other videos. And so the goal is for me to have organic growth, however slow it is, organic, because if they come, they're going to stay. And not just they're just coming for this one video, for this one palette, and then they disappear. You know what I'm saying? And so it's really thinking about what is it that you're trying to achieve and what lengths will you go to get there, and hope that you do get there. So beauty related content on YouTube is the long game, and I recommend doing what you love to do regardless of what the numbers say. I love doing tutorials. I love long form content. I love explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing, because that's how I learned. And I'm like, if I could learn this with my simple self, you know, somebody else, they may learn something from this too. And whether someone has been doing their makeup for a long time, they may just find me entertaining or find me soothing, or I might give them something new to think about. And then there's also some who are newer to makeup that they're like, wow, like I really appreciated you breaking that down the way you did. And so it's doing what I enjoy doing, hoping that I am helping someone. And when I receive those comments, it reminds me, like, yeah, I'm doing the right thing. My views may not be, you know, 400 or 500 views, but if there's a few people that are like, thank you, I really enjoyed this, that's enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So my goal, my purpose is to do what I enjoy doing. Because if you do what you love, they say it's not work. And I do not want YouTube to feel like work. I just don't. And even when I was working, before I retired myself, I was still doing videos almost every day because I was recording when I was getting ready for work. And so it's not a point of, do I have time or whatever. It's just, I just enjoy playing in makeup. And so if I'm going to do a look, chances are I'm going to record it. And that's what I used to do when I was working. And so it's, for me, it's not, you know, I work during the week. I don't have time to do videos because I do my face almost every day anyway, and I did back then. So understanding, you know, what is your purpose for your channel? What is your purpose for your content? Do you just want to grow, or do you really genuinely want to just do what you love to do and hope that people find you that appreciate what you're doing and they enjoy watching you and they, you know, hang along for the ride? Is that your purpose? Are you sharing things that you enjoy? Are you doing what you love to do, or are you chasing views? If you're doing what you love to do, in my opinion, chances are that you'll burn out less, if ever. Well, not if ever. I'm saying this backwards. If you're doing what you love to do, I think you won't burn out. I think if you join makeup related community on YouTube with the idea of, I want to be here by next year, or at least, you know, a year and a half, and then you don't, because you're doing all of this stuff that you really don't want to do, but you're just trying to get monetized because you want to live off of YouTube, and you think it's going to be easy because some channels make it sound like it's easy. It's a long game. So first of all, remember that. So if you're doing all these things to grow fast and you don't, a lot of people leave YouTube. They get burned out. They're doing all these things, and, you know, we might think they're doing good, and then all of a sudden they just disappear. And then years later, they come back, oh, I'm back. And they haven't, and you look on their channel, they haven't done a video in like 5 years. I'm just like, damn, like what happened? And for me, I did have a channel, and I got rid of that channel, went through life changes. But then, like, YouTube was never, it was never my goal for it to be my job. And so stuff just happened, and I was just like, and I realized I hadn't done videos in a while, you know, just second marriage stuff and all of that, and just starting life over and all of that. So I do understand that people do leave. But I tried to come back. There was issues with my account, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just deleting everything. And then I really missed it, so I started over. So that's why we're here now as a Crazy Troll Nation. But anyway, Is your goal to become a full-time YouTuber and to be able to live off of YouTube? If so, again, YouTube is the long game, especially makeup related content, because even if you're monetized in a year, year and a half, it seems the average might be 2 to 3 years. You still most likely are not going to make enough to live off of that. Now, if you're someone like Morgan Turner, she's been doing this for forever. Jen Love, Ohima, Jackie Aina, they've been doing this over 10 years, 10, 20 years. And so you might see them and be like, wow. But you can look at someone's channel page. It'll tell you how long they've been here. But the number can be misleading because just because, like for me, I watched a while before I even started doing videos. And so even if, you know, somebody's channel says they've been here since, you know, 2002, and you'd be like, wow, they only have like 800 subscribers. They might have only started doing videos 2 years ago. And if you want to dig into their channel, you can see like when their first video was. And so sometimes the numbers may be a little misleading. And then sometimes people delete older videos or private or make them private. So you don't always know the ins and outs on what they're doing or how they got to where they are. But if your goal is to be a full-time YouTuber and to live off of YouTube, it's going to be a lot of work and it's going to be a lot of time. And yes, you may do well after 2 or 3 years, but you're still not going to have enough to live off of it. If you're talking about paying your rent, your mortgage, your car note, your insurance, you know, your bills, your groceries, gas, and if you have kids, paying for that, and if they're into sports, paying for that. And so it's more than just how can I grow fast. It's like what is your goal, what is your purpose, and what are you willing to do to get there? And if you're doing things that you normally wouldn't do, or in a way you normally wouldn't do it, chances are you're going to burn out. So then you're back at square one, and you might even quit YouTube. So now we're going to talk about sponsorships, PR, partnerships, and the underlying concerns of some viewers. And yes, I read the entire sentence. The concern of some are being given misinformation, or the person is misrepresenting the product because it's PR or sponsorship or partnership, and they want you to buy it because they have affiliate codes or they're affiliated with the brand or whatever it is. But there are some channels that I do appreciate who do receive PR that they will tell you what they like about it and what they don't like about it. And those are the channels that I trust what they're saying versus this is the best thing ever. Oh my gosh, you need to try this. And the next PR from another brand, this is the best thing ever. Oh my gosh, you need to try this. I'm just like, no. I'm going to go watch so-and-so's channel. But it does take a lot to, I'll say it takes a lot to, I don't know. I was going to say it takes a lot to get PR or sponsorships or partnerships. But I don't think it does. I think it only takes for a couple videos for a brand to see, for them to be like, I think they would be a good fit. And they will contact you. Some brands, they have an affiliate program on their website, and you click it and you can just go through the program and see if you'll get picked up that way. Sometimes brands will just notice you. And who was I watching? I was watching one of Janessa's videos. Hey, my hooker clown troll Ken. She had did a ranking video. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it was Blend Bunny or something. Don't quote me on if it was Blend Bunny. But she did a ranking video. And the brand saw it and contacted her and was like, hey, can we send you such and such palette? And she was like, yeah, you can send me that palette, because she already loved the brand. So sometimes brands will just see one of your videos. And there was a channel, this was years ago, and it was Nomad Cosmetics. They had sent her PR, and she was saying that she had did a ranking video on Nomad palettes that she purchased, and the brand contacted her and was like, hey, you know, would you like to receive PR? So sometimes just your love of a brand, not doing content to be noticed, like that crazy stuff with Glamlight, but just doing content you love to do. And they were like, wow, like they have all of these palettes from us. They're doing a ranking video. They're talking about the palettes from us. You know, let's contact them and see if they want to receive one in PR, which is essentially, you know, a free palette. And so it's always, I think it's always exciting when it happens, because it's like, oh my gosh, like they love this brand. They always talk about this brand. and now they're getting PR from this brand. So it's not like you've never heard them mention Nomad ever, and now they have PR, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is great. Like, you just found out about them like 2 months ago. Like, what are you talking about? And so sometimes brands will just notice you, excuse me. And I remember when, who was that? That Beverly Hills skincare brand. So y'all know it was expensive. They contacted, and I don't even do a lot of skincare videos, but they contacted me and asked if I wanted to do a sponsorship. And I'm thinking like, what? And I think this might have been before I was monetized. And right now I'm sitting at maybe 1,400 something subscribers. And so it was before I was even monetized. And so it's not always about the numbers, but for brands who want to make money quicker, it seems they do lean towards, especially larger brands, they do lean towards channels where they have, 10,000 subscribers. Some might have 5,000 subscribers versus somebody with just 1,000 or less than 1,000, because the more eyes that are on that product, that increases the chances that somebody's going to buy it, which increases profit for the brand. It's a business. And so that's why I was hesitant to say it takes a lot to get sponsorship, PR, or partnerships, because it really doesn't. It just takes for a certain person at a certain company to see your content and to watch a few of your videos and to really enjoy it and think you're sincere, and for them to reach out to you and say, hey, would you like to try this brand? The Shop My website, they have a collaborations thing on there. One of their links, they have a lot of links and a lot of stuff on there to go through, but you can find brands and see if they have collaborations open, and then they check you out, you check them out, and they may contact you to say, hey, well, can we send you this, can we start a partnership, or things like that. And so there's different ways that it happens. Some brands are cool if you contact them and be like, hey, I really enjoy your products. Here's my playlist to, your different products I've used. I would love to receive PR if that's an option, and blah, blah, blah. So sometimes it works that way. So if you want to reach out to a brand that you love, reach out to a brand that you love. Check their page and see if they have an affiliate program or an email address, and email them. Or you can just wait for them to email you. But if you do reach out to a brand, I do suggest that it is a brand you already use and you already really enjoy and that you already love, so that your viewers won't be like, she's talking about this brand I ain't never heard her talk about before. What the heck is going on over there? So you see what I'm saying? It needs to fit your content, and well, I think, it needs to fit your content, and it needs to fit what it is that your channel already does, so that people won't be like, why is she talking about earrings? I had a brand that were, it was borderline harassment to do nail art. Y'all, I keep my nails short and stubby. I don't even paint my nails. And I said, well, I don't think I'm a good candidate for your product because I don't do my nails. And they were like, oh, we're so sorry you don't want to work with us. I said, it's not that I don't want to work with you, but if you have skincare or makeup stuff for me to try, that would be great. I don't do my nails. And they were like, oh, okay, well, let us know, look on our website, let us know what nail art package you want. I don't think their first language was English, because it was just like, I told you I don't do my nails. And so I stopped replying to them, and then every couple weeks they would email me again. Hey, we don't know if you got our other email, but let us know what, nail art package you want. And I'm like, what do you not understand that I don't do my nails? So if I were to be like, oh, I got PR for nail art, look how simple it is. I don't do my nails. That's me chasing views or whatever for this brand I never even heard of, because I don't do my nails. So I don't know anything about any of the nail stuff. And so there are brands that will reach out to you for stuff like that. And it's like, what? I don't know if it's a scam or what, 'cause I haven't done it. Amazon. Oh, go to our Amazon page and pick out, a few things that you would like, and then we can send them. You have to pay for it, but you can send us your order number and the invoice, and we'll reimburse you. And then after you do the video, we'll send you an affiliate link. Excuse what? No. So what I'm saying is there's a lot of different ways to receive stuff. If you want to pay money up front to get something and they reimburse you after you do the video, I'm just like, I don't trust it. But hey, do you, boo-boo troll? And so I'm just saying there's different ways to receive things from brands. It is always exciting when a brand does reach out to you because they have watched your content and they just love what you do and they want you to be a part of their team. That's really exciting. But even if you contact a brand that you already love and that you use, that's exciting too, because it's like, wow, now I get their stuff new and first, and it's for free, and I get a code. So if somebody uses it, I make, some change too. So that's just a bonus. The affiliate part is just a bonus. But for me, it's like, I love this brand and I'm receiving PR from this brand. Are you fucking kidding me? Or when they say, oh, we have this new palette coming out, would you like to receive it? Hell yeah. And there's like so many channels. I know there's channels smaller than I am. I'm sitting at around 1,400 something. And there's also brands that, 3,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers who receive PR. Sometimes the same brands I do and some I don't. And so it's not always about numbers, but it does seem those with 20,000 subscribers, 10,000, 50,000. Some channels, they're like, this is a PR haul. And they show boxes stacked up that they haven't even gotten to, that's been sitting there for a month because these brands are sending them whole collections of a whole bunch of stuff. If that's your goal, just know, again, it's a long game. That whole PR haul stuff with when they got boxes stacked up halfway to the ceiling, that's not something that happened overnight. It's not something that happened in 3 to 5 years. That's something that took time, because it's a long game either way. So if you do get sponsorships, PR, or partnerships, just be honest. And brands who are, brands whose morals and ethics align with my morals and ethics, they will appreciate when you give constructive criticism. This is a pretty color, but it's really flaky. It's hard to apply, but once you get it on, it looks really nice. The good and the bad, and not just, because when you are trying out a new product, we can see the struggle when you're trying to apply this product. So trying to act like everything is perfect, we can see that it's not. So just say what it is and say what it's not. And if a brand has the same ethical standards and morals that I do, they will appreciate that because they can learn from that. So you're saying, okay, this didn't apply well. Okay, maybe they'll go back and tweak the formula or something. Like, you never know. But if I was a brand owner, I would want to know what worked and what didn't and why. And if I'm hearing the same thing from multiple people, okay, it's not just that one person being off or they just had a trash brush or whatever. No, multiple people are saying similar things. We need to check into that. And so the good, the bad, and the indifferent. So when you receive stuff, let us know those things in your videos. And other brands, if they have those same ethics and morals, they'll appreciate that and they might start contacting you because they know that you're going to be honest about it and not sugarcoat when things are not quite as we would expect them to be. Okay, let's move on to, this is fun. Different types of support. I really hate, and I know that's a strong word, when I see use my link if you want to support my channel. I hate that. And I've said in my videos, I haven't said in my videos that I hate it because, but I've said the reason I don't say use my links if you want to support my channel is because, and I say it in videos, you watching supports my channel. You clicking the like button supports my channel. You leaving a comment supports my channel. You sharing my video supports my channel. So why say if you want to support me, use my link when you're already here, which means you're already supporting my channel. And so that's why I say if you want to further support my channel, I would appreciate if you use my links. If you want to further support my channel, you can join to be an official Trollkin. So that's just extra. That's extra support. That's not to support the channel because you being here supports the channel. So we're going to talk about different ways of supporting the channel. Watching videos. I multitask a lot. I'll put a video on and I can see my TV in the living room from my kitchen. And so I'll put a video on, and this is why I like long form content too, because I don't got to sit every 10 minutes and find something else to watch. Or you can just put on somebody's playlist and just click play all and just let it run all day, which is great too, because they'll get the watch time, and YouTube is thinking people are sitting there watching it, and they're not. It's just running on somebody's TV or tablet or on their phone. But watching videos, or at least letting the videos play all the way through, that is a huge support. When you skip through videos, I mentioned it earlier, it gives the video a view, but it doesn't give that accumulation of watch time, because you might watch 5 minutes out of a 40-minute video, or 2 minutes out of an 8-minute video. So you see what I'm saying? So even just letting a video play through, there's times when, if a video is like 20 or 30 minutes, I'll have it on my phone in my bathroom. I'll turn up the volume loud. I'll wash my face, brush my teeth, get in the shower, because I can hear it from the shower because I turned up the volume. And so I'm listening. I might not be physically looking, but I'm listening. And it's usually someone I'm familiar with. And so I don't feel like I'm missing, what they're physically doing, because I can hear. And if it's something that I'm like, oh, wait a minute, when I get out of the shower, I'll rewind it, or I'll let it play through, and then I'll just watch it a second time, which gives another view, and it increases the watch hour time. And so that's something you can do to further support the channels you watch, is just to let the whole video run. Some of you, you're like, oh, I listen to you as I'm on my way to work. I appreciate that. They're running my videos. They're playing my videos. If you don't forget, and sometimes I'll start a video when I'm about to go to sleep. I wake up, the video's over, and I'm like, cool, they got their view from me, and they got their watch time for the whole video from me. And then I will watch the video again later, because I did want to see it. I just happened to fall asleep. So then they're getting another view and additional watch time. And so, but if you're not really able to just sit and watch videos, just let them play. Just run somebody's playlist and then go out and run errands, and it'll just keep doing what it's doing. So those are ways you can support channels, and for them to get their watch time and views, is even if you're not able to sit and watch, just let it play in the background somewhere. Set up your tablet and just, find a playlist that you like and just click play all, and then go about your day, vacuum, do laundry, cook dinner, whatever else you need to do. So those are just ways to further support, and versus just clicking on and then clicking off after 1 or 2 minutes. I talked about skipping. You do get the view, but it decreases the watch time, because they're not well, when I say watch, I mean letting it run, because we don't know if you're actually sitting watching it or not. Skipping decreases watch time because you're not watching the entire video. Thumbs up, comments, shares, joining, using affiliate links, codes, super thanks, or chats if they're doing live streams or premieres. All of that is just extra. You just being here. If you only just watch a whole video, that's supporting a channel, even if you don't comment. But again, comment, that's just additional support. Liking is additional, sharing is additional. Joining someone's membership, that's additional. Using their codes and their links, that's additional. So there's a lot of ways to further support your favorite content creators when you already do watch their videos. So all the other stuff is just extra. And also mention other people and tag them in videos. Like this one, I'll tag Janessa because I talked about her when she got PR, and I forget what brand it was. And the Asian guy I talked about, I'm going to find his channel. I'm going to link him below. So just mentioning people too, because someone might be like, oh yeah, let me just go see what she was talking about, this dude was saying. Or, let me go check out, and I've talked about Janessa quite a few times. Let me go check out Janessa because she keeps talking about her and her big wigs. You know what I mean? And so that's another way too, because sometimes people will go watch the other person and sometimes they won't. And even sharing your videos, if you do YouTube videos, the line where the like and all of that stuff is, there is a thing that says share. If you click on that, you have the option to either copy the link or you can create a post. And so if you do YouTube videos, you click share, and then click post, it'll create a post for you. And then you can put whatever caption that you want to, and you click post it, and now that person's video is on your community tab. And people may or may not watch it, but it does further support the content creator that you're looking at, to share their videos on your community tab. And if it's something that you really think is really good, or you think somebody needs to see this or hear this, or oh, I think so-and-so would find this helpful, those are the ones to share, because if you found it helpful, somebody else might too. So there is that. Engagement types and handling unsolicited advice. That's the next topic. This video is longer than I thought. I wonder if I should schedule this as I'm gonna schedule this as a premiere. This is going to be in my Let's Talk About It playlist. Engagement types. Everything is engagement. Janessa says it. Thumbs up, we would, hope for, because then that tells YouTube, other people that watch your type of content may like your video. And then she says, if you don't, thumbs down, all of it is engagement. And then she says, YouTube, the algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. That's what she says. Thumbs down or thumbs up, it's engagement. Even if you leave a negative comment, that's engagement. When someone leaves a negative comment under one of my videos, you know what I say? First of all, I laugh because they don't realize they're helping me by leaving a comment, and they watch part of the video. So I'm like, they really helped me out 2 times. They watched some of it and they commented. Thank you. So I usually comment, thank you for being here and supporting my channel. You're welcome back anytime. That's usually what I comment. Seriously. Because you're leaving a negative comment thinking it's hurting me, but you gave me a view, you gave me a little bit of watch time, and you left a comment. That's all good stuff. So so those are different types of engagement, and it's just funny to me when people will think that they're hurting you and they're actually helping you, unless you're really sensitive and you take to heart the negative comment. But I'm just like, they gave me a few minutes of their day and they gave me a view and a comment. That helps the algorithm. So you can say what you want, but I appreciate your support of my channel. Welcome back anytime. And they don't reply back, of course, but I'm just like, so they may think that they're hurting you, but they're not hurting your channel. They may hurt your feelings if you allow them to hurt your feelings, but as far as your channel goes, it helps your channel. Unsolicited advice. How to handle unsolicited advice. I say I appreciate you being here, or thank you for your comment. Because sometimes people, not as much now, but there used to be, oh my gosh, there are some videos, I do admit it, because y'all know some of my looks be like, what the hell? And I'd be like, I don't know either, child. I don't know what happened. But if a look is busted, and I'll be like, I don't like how this liner looks, because this side is not tapered, and it's really not. This side tapers out. This side just kind of just stops. So if someone were to comment, oh, your liner isn't tapered, I'm gonna be like, you know what, you're right. And I did mention that in the video, which tells me they didn't watch the whole video or they weren't listening, because I will pick apart my own eyeshadow looks, as you know, if you watch them. I'll say what I like about it, what I don't like about it. But sometimes I just don't see things. They might be like, oh, I don't like how you wing your shadow. I'll say, thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here, because I really do appreciate them being here, because them watching and commenting supports my channel. You see what I'm saying? So the thing with handling unsolicited advice is not to take it personal. Just don't take it personal. They don't know you. They just know you from what they see, but they don't know you in your day-to-day life for you to even care what they say, except thank you for the engagement. And I'm laughing not because it's funny, but it's like people may think that they're hurting you or saying something negative, and really they're helping your channel. And so that's why I'm laughing, because it's just ironic to me. So handling unsolicited advice, just don't take it personal. Tell them you appreciate them watching and commenting, because you really do appreciate them watching and commenting, because it helped your channel. Supporting other content creators. Do they support us? There's never an obligation, but is there an entitlement for engagement? I tend to mention people whose videos that I do watch, like the Asian guy, and I'm gonna put his name. I'm gonna put his name over here, and I'm gonna link his channel down below, because I feel bad just saying the Asian guy, because I really do forget his name. Who else did I talk about? I am gonna, tag Janessa again, because I did talk about her, and I talk about her quite often. Jen Love, she doesn't know who I am, but I watch her every now and then. I read the title and then see, okay, is that a video I want to watch? And so, even if I mention, other content creators, like I don't feel entitled for them to acknowledge me. And so it comes down to, why are you mentioning these people? Because you want to get their attention, for them to, tag you back, or to mention you in their video because they're larger than you or smaller than you, but you're trying to get your audiences to come together, and they have a different audience, and so you're trying to squeeze in over there and get them to come over here. What is your point for you know, tagging or mentioning other content creators? Is it hoping you'll gain something, or just because it just came up in conversation, like when I was talking about Jen Love or the Asian guy? And I do feel bad I keep calling him that. But it's just, you know, it's part of what I'm saying and it's relevant to what I'm saying. So there's no entitlement for them to even acknowledge me or, oh my gosh, thank you for sharing my video. And our notifications will show us, you know, who shared our video. And especially if they tag us, because then that'll come up in our notifications. Excuse me, and we can click on that and just go directly to it and, you know, comment under that video or their post or whatever it is. But there should not be an obligation or a sense of entitlement because of, well, I mentioned them, but they don't ever mention me. What's your purpose for mentioning them? Just to give your viewers like another option, an additional option, another alternative to watch more content that apparently you like if you're mentioning them, or because you're hoping that they'll reciprocate. They don't owe you anything. They don't owe you anything. And so if you do, you know, mention other content creators, let it be because it just fits into what you're saying, or you're adding their name in because they've done something that you're like, hey, I think you guys should check this out because it was really cool. Not because, oh, I want her to like contact me back or, you know, whatever. And so just know that it's not personal, and it is a way of supporting other content creators when you mention them. You know, when I talk about live streams or doing a second live stream a week, I'll say I'm not going to do Wednesdays because I know Lori from Miss Lori's Life, she does her live streams on Wednesday night. You know what I mean? And so that's something for you. Like if you're familiar with Lori or not, we have done a collab earlier this year, and she's very supportive, I will say that. So that may be, you know, something you might want to check out. Okay, Dion does her lives Monday nights. She doesn't do Wednesdays because Lori does her Wednesdays. Let me check out Lori's live on Wednesday. So there's just certain things that we may say just for you to think about. And one thing I love about Lori's lives is, you know, near the end of her live, she's way better than me. She really keeps it like an hour and 10 minutes at the most. And I think one of mine was almost 2 friggin' hours. And I started out thinking, I'm gonna just do an hour. I was lying to myself, y'all, because time goes by so friggin' fast. But near the end, when she's wrapping up, she'll say, if y'all do videos, you know, put in the comments what's coming up for you this week. And she'll read some of the comments. She'll be like, oh yeah, Sons of Ray, she's doing her thing on Thursday. Oh, make sure y'all check out Dion. Y'all need to watch her channel. So she will talk, she will like call your name out in her live streams. And so I call out names and read comments when I do my live streams because, one, I just appreciate y'all being there, and the engagement is just freaking amazing, which is why I love it. I can read your comments. I can talk to you in real time. I can't hear your voice, but I'm seeing what you're saying. I'm reading your comment for people who are listening or watching a replay because my replay comments don't show up, and I still have not figured out why. And so I make it a point to read the comments and then respond to it, so that when people are watching a replay, they're like, oh, so-and-so said this, and this is what Dion said back, blah, blah, blah. So that can be a way of supporting you too, is, you know, people hearing your name and seeing you in the comment section under regular videos, because the replay doesn't show comments. But they might be like, oh yeah, Dion mentioned her. I need to check out her channel or check out his channel or whatever it is. But try not to feel like you're entitled to it or feel like you're obligated to reciprocate, because it's not personal. If someone wants to mention you, they just mention you. If you want to mention them, just mention them. And as long as it fits with the content, because that's what it's about. The last thing, I think this is the last thing. The reality, yeah, I'm looking at my notes and I did pretty much touch on, the other stuff. I do have one other topic, but I mentioned it in other videos, but I didn't do a dedicated video to it, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, so I'm not even going to mention that to be a dedicated video. But the last thing for this one is the reality of monetary gain from YouTube partnership program, membership, and thanks and super chats. The reality of it is, it's still the long game. Just like BeautyTube, period, is the long game. And even if you have, you know, 3,000 subscribers and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do a membership, and YouTube does take a percentage of our memberships. They do take a percentage of super chats. They do take a percentage of thanks. And that's why some people will, you know, people will be like, oh, so-and-so has been asking, you know, do I have a Cash App or do I use PayPal? Because that's direct to you. Any money that goes through YouTube, YouTube takes a percentage. And so, and not that I'm saying to use it, but I do have my my PayPal down below. And I have had people before ask me for my email address because they know that YouTube takes a percentage and they wanted to support the channel and just support me and the channel and not YouTube take, some of that. But so the reality of it is you may have 3,000 subscribers and you're like, oh, I'm going to do a membership because it's a monthly thing unless they cancel. You can cancel at any time. So they might say, oh, I have 3,000 subscribers. I get 600 views on every video. I'm going to do a membership. So at least those 600 views, they're going to, join and I'll make X amount of money every month. That ain't true. That ain't true. Everybody's not going to join. Everybody's not going to join your membership. Everybody's not going to do super chats or thanks. And I'm always surprised when someone does do a super chat or a thanks. And I'll be doing a live stream and it pops up. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, thank you so and so. And I'll be like thrown off for a minute because it does shock me because I forget sometimes it's there too, that the option is there. So I'm always like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like I'm just like, what's happening? But it's not. The reality of it is, even when you're first monetized, and some people, they're like, my first month monetized, I made X amount of dollars. But if they're hustling, doing all the things because they're chasing the views and their goal is to be monetized and it's not beauty related content, their first check might be thousands of dollars. But for makeup stuff and skincare stuff, you're not going to be balling as soon as you hit monetization. You're not. And monetization can be taken away. You still need a certain amount of subscribers within that 12-month period. You need a certain number of watch hours within a 12-month period. And if you don't make that number, you will be demonetized. And I've had some people I've watched, they were like, oh, I just got, monetized again. And I'm like, again, because I keep forgetting they can take it from you if you don't hit certain numbers. And so once you have it, it's just like, in my mind, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Because it's not my goal for this to be my job. And so I'm not going to get caught up on, oh my gosh, like the money, the views, the numbers. And there's time when I look at the numbers because I do think because I'll get to a certain number of subscribers and I'll just be there for a long time, just chilling, hanging in the back. And I'm like, when they gonna come to the front, Especially because it's showing you the percentage of new viewers. So I'm like, when they gonna come up to the front and just join or whatever, well, not join, but subscribe or whatever. So it is just really interesting. And so I'm saying all of this just to give you something to think about. Why are you on YouTube? Are you doing what you want to do on YouTube? Are you chasing views? Are you chasing numbers? Is it your goal for YouTube to be your full-time job and to pay all of your bills? And if so, these are some of the things that you're going to have to come to terms with because it's going to be work. If you want YouTube to be your job, it's going to be a job. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's a hobby, which I can take or leave, but I do videos almost every day anyway. So you're like, girl, you be acting like this is your job because you have a video upload almost every day. I know I do. And today I didn't, and it felt weird because I looked at my calendar like, oh, what video is posted today? Because I do watch my videos because I learn from them. I hear how absurd I sound sometimes. I hear how I'm like, oh, this eyeliner, and I'm putting on lipstick. I just be like, girl, you just, you don't even know what you're saying. And so I'll be watching my videos sometimes that is not that. And sometimes it strikes something in my mind that I become more aware of what I'm saying. Because sometimes I don't realize it. Because sometimes I'll say at the end of the intro, love yourself with who you are and for how you look even with face paint on. And it's supposed to be without face paint on. And every now and then I'll hear in a video and then I'll rewind it. Did I just say it fast or did I really say love yourself for who you are and for how you look with face paint on versus love yourself for who you are and for how you look without face paint on or without face paint on or however my accent is going that day. I was born in New Jersey in Camden. I spent some time upstate New York, up in Calico, New York in the mountains, went back to New Jersey, went down to South Carolina, went back to New Jersey, went to Texas. Now I'm in Delaware. Oh, and in between there, I did live in New York in Central Islip for a little while. So I have, depending on whatever I'm going through that day or that moment, that's what comes out of my mouth. So Somebody before asked me, like, where am I from? And so I said, well, here. They were like, okay, now it makes sense. Because they were trying to pinpoint my accent. And different days, it comes out different ways. Sometimes I'd be like, yeah, we're going to talk about, and other days I'm like, we're going to talk about blah, blah, blah. So it just, and I don't do it intentionally. It just the way I say stuff just changes. But where was I going with that? Oh, so when I'm watching my videos, I am more aware more aware. See what I'm saying? More aware. Like, what am I wearing? I'm not wearing anything. I'm more aware. That was a perfect thing there. I'm more aware to slow down when I say, love who you are and how you look, even without wearing face paint. Or sometimes I'll say, even when you're not wearing face paint. And so hearing myself and watching my videos, I do learn from them. And when I was I was somewhere, and I thought I had the volume real low. I was watching my video for that day because we had downtime. And someone said, are you watching your video? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, I heard your voice, but I looked and your lips weren't moving. But it is when you watch your own videos, you learn a lot, because if you can watch it objectively. Watch it as, I watch my video as if I'm watching somebody else's video, because I can be critical. And so it does help me. So yeah, so just understand the reality of monetary gain from YouTube partnership program. And even if you do beauty related content and you happen to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, if they didn't change it in your first 12 months, and you become monetized, you're not paying rent, mortgage, and car note off of that right away. So just understand that even though it's like, oh, I want to be monetized. This person almost has 1,000 subscribers. Go subscribe to their channel, tell a friend, and do this and do that. But that doesn't mean they're really going to be making any money off of that. And I know some people will subscribe to you from their various email accounts. That's great for subscriber count, but it doesn't do anything for watch time. Subscriber count and watch time goes hand in hand. And so we're going to leave that there because we've been here for an hour. Thank you for being here for the premiere. If you have been here before, or if you enjoyed this, go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Click the thumbs up button. I'm going to say now, thank you for those who are here and for commenting, even though I'm speaking now as if it's present tense, but when you see this, it'll probably be the end of July or maybe even August, and today is June 28th. But yeah, so just really think about things. And I hope that I gave you something to think about, how, not to call it a game, but how the beauty community on YouTube works when you do beauty related content. Like, this is what I've noticed. These are some of my experiences and experiences that I've seen and heard from other people's videos. And I hope it was helpful to you just to keep things in perspective. Like the mad dash to 1,000 subscribers, if you don't have the watch time, you're not getting monetized. And if you're barely getting 4,000 hours, that means everybody isn't watching every video. And so you'll be monetized and still might not get a check for like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even get a check every 3 months. Every month. And the threshold is only $100. So I don't make $100 off of YouTube every month. And that's even with those who are members, because that's reoccurring unless they cancel it. So that's the reality. And so I hope all of this made some kind of sense. Or, you know, if something didn't, I'll say just watch it again. And I'm not saying that to push for watch hours, but I know I'm looking at my notes and there's a lot of stuff. And this is a lot of stuff. But I wanted to just do a video dedicated to this, because this is about the beauty community here on YouTube, doing beauty related content versus vlogs, podcasts, and other stuff that we hear this is what you need to do. But I'm like, that's not what we do. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that this was helpful. Now I gotta think of a catchy title to get people to watch that normally don't watch me, and maybe they'll stay. Be like, she crazy, but she did make sense though. She's the good crazy. So for our outro, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thumbs up, comment, share, like, all of that stuff that I said that further supports, because you just being here watching supports. It does. And so I appreciate that. So as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon. I know I'm talking slow because I'm tired. I'm tired. So we're going to go. You'll see me soon. Thanks.